Hi friends, I'm Manoj again back with a grammar lesson today for every age of learners from grade 7 to those who are preparing for competitive exams. It's passive. Do you think it difficult? No, not at all. Believe me and keep watching. You hear and say different sentences every day like smoking prohibited, shop closed, made in India, notify to all the students of the school that it remains closed, etc. 3 militants killed in Jammu and Kashmir. But what do they all mean? Have you ever thought of what's the tense, what's the form, what's the grammatical construction with each of these sentences? Yes, all these sentences bear passive constructions. As we have already mentioned earlier, smoking is prohibited. Smoking prohibited, that means smoking is prohibited. Shop closed, its shop is closed. Made in India, it is made in India. Notify to all the students of the school that it remains closed. It means it is hereby notified to all the students of the school that it remains closed. 3 militants killed in Jammu and Kashmir. It means 3 militants have already been killed in Jammu and Kashmir. Now we'll see the discussions which are coming ahead. Number 1, which sentences are said to be in active voice? Number 2, how to change from active to passive voice. Number 3, very easy rules, very easy rules to remember just in 1 minute. You can remember all the rules relating to passive just in 1 minute, believe me. So now we'll take the points one after another. But the first question is, which sentences are said to be in active voice? Answer is very simple. The sentences with only transitive verbs, in other words, subject plus verb plus object patterns, are said to be in active voice. If there is a sentence, there is verb plus object pattern. Object pattern in the sense the verb is definitely will call to be the transitive verb. If there is no transitive verb, if there is the intransitive verb, we cannot passivize the sentence. So next to that, some core terms. We have to remember to catch all these rules. Everywhere you will see just after that. So OAV is written, TFV is written, BP is written. But what do they all mean? OAV stands for object of the active voice. OAV for object of the active voice. TFV, it's the past participle form. It's written here. TFV for third form of the verb. BP means by phrase. You will see just after that, after this you will see. So everywhere it's written OAV, TFV and BP. So in this video we'll see about declarative sentences. So now comes the present tense and present simple form. The active voice is Emma makes tea. Emma makes tea. Makes is the transitive verb. Tea is object. Emma is the subject in the sentence. So here T, OAV means object of the active voice. As it's the active voice, Emma is subject. Makes verb. T is OAV, object of the active voice. It's written here, OAV, object of the active voice. So rule is what? It's very simple to remember. First comes OAV, then is or am or are, plus TFV plus BP, then rest of the sentences as ellipses are there. So first we have to use OAV. OAV means T. Then we'll select is or are or am, whatever. It's appropriate here, we have to use that. Then TFV, past participle form of the verb, third form of the verb. So make is the verb, the third form is made, make, made. BP in the sense by phrase. But we have to just use by, and phrase here refer to the subject of the active voice, Emma, by phrase. So what's the passive voice here? So T is OAV, T is OAV, is or am or are. So as T is the third person singular number, we have to choose is. Then comes TFV. TFV, make is the first form of the verb. Made is the TFV, third form of the verb. Then comes by phrase. Just you use by, and phrase in the sense the subject of the active voice will be used by ima. Okay, you see, OAV plus is or am or are plus TFV plus BP. T is OAV. Again I am telling, T is OAV. OAV is T. Then comes is or am or are as. T is the third person singular number, so we'll select is. Then comes third form of the verb, as make is the verb. In active as you see, make is the verb, made is the third form of the verb. Then comes by phrase, by Emma, the subject Emma used here, and just before that by is used. So Emma makes tea, it's the active voice, and passive voice is tea is made by Emma. Okay. Now comes present progressive form. Active voice is Emma is making tea. Emma is subject, is making verb tea. Object here, we said this is OAV, object of the active voice. This is active voice. Object is tea, so OAV is tea. Rule is OAV plus is or am or are plus being plus TFV, third form of the verb, plus BP. First we have to use OAV. OAV is T, object of the active voice, so T is here used. In passive voice, T, first comes T. Second, is or am or are. Whatever we have to use, but we have to select which one is appropriate here. So T is the third person singular number, so is appropriate here, T is. Then being will come down. Being, the same being will be used here, T is being. Then comes TFV. Make is the verb, make is the verb, and the third form is past participle form is made. So TF is made, T is being made. Then comes by phrase, by, and phrase in the sense the subject of the active voice will be used here by Emma. So active voice is Emma is making T, and passive is T is being made by Emma. T is OAV, is or am or are, so is used. Then comes being, then TFV, made. Make is the first form of the verb, made is the third form of the verb. Then comes BP, by phrase, by Emma. This is a present progressive form in passive voice. Next comes present perfect. So active voice is Emma has made tea. Emma has made tea. Emma is subject, has made verb, T is OAV. This is object of the active voice. This is the active voice, object is T. Rule is OAV. Object of the active voice plus a have or has. Which one is appropriate? We have to use that. As this is the perfect form, so been is used. This is the third form of the be. So been is used. Then comes third form of the verb, TFB plus BP. Rule is OAV plus a have or has plus been plus TFB plus BP. Then rest part of the sentences if any. So next we'll come to the passive voice. So first OAV will be used. OAV is T. T is OAV. It's used first T. Then have or has. So as T is the third person singular number, has is appropriate here. T has. Been will come down. The same word will be used here in present progressive form, being in present perfect form. So been, perfect form, been. So T has been. T has been. Then comes made is the here third form, and the same word must be used here. Make is the verb here. Make is the verb here, and made is the third form. So made is used here. T has been made. Then comes by phrase, by Emma. Okay, this is passive voice. Active is Emma has made tea, and tea has been made by Emma. OAV plus have or has plus been plus third form of the verb plus by phrase. But one thing is that perfect progressive, present perfect progressive doesn't have any passive form. It is not passivized at all. In the subject position of active voice, we very often see I, we, you, he, she, it, they, and some nouns are used. But in the by phrase of passive voice, we do not see that. The same word is used in the by phrase as they have been used in the subject position of active voice. Suppose I is used in the subject position of active voice, it is not used. The same word is not used in the by phrase of passive voice. I changes to me, we changes to us, you remains the same. You remains the same. That means you is used there in the by phrase. He changes to him. She changes to her. It remains the same. That means it is it in the by phrase. As it is in the subject position of active voice, the same word is used in the by phrase of passive voice. It is used. They changes to them, but the nouns that do not also change. The nouns do not change. The same word is used in the by phrase as it is used in as the subject position, as it is used in the subject position of active voice. It is not changed at all. The same word is used in the by phrase of passive voice. Now comes the cream of this session. So how easily we can remember all these rules. We have already completed present tense, present simple, present progressive, present perfect, but there is no passive form of present perfect progressive. So in present simple, as we have already seen, first comes OAV plus either am or are plus TFV plus BP. In present progressive form, OAV plus either am or are plus being plus TFV plus BP. In present perfect form, OAV comes first, then have or has plus been plus TFV plus BP. So how easily we can remember all these? I have already told you, just in 1 minute you can remember all these rules. Very easy, very easy, just believe me. First you see, OAV is used first in each and every form. First comes OAV, first comes OAV. Okay? Last comes TFV plus BP, last TFV plus BP. First OAV, last TFV plus BP. In present simple, just one verb is used, is or am or are. You have to use just one verb. In present progressive form, is or am or are plus being, just two verbs. Two verbs. In the middle, you have to use just two verbs, is or am or are plus being. As this is the ing form, this is the progressive form. Ing used just with being. In present perfect, the same. Two verbs have been used. Two verbs have been used. Have or has. This is the perfect form. Have or has. Plus been. Been is the third form of the verb of be. Been is used. So how easily we can remember? How easily we can remember, you see? So first comes OAV. Last comes TFV plus BP. TFV, third form of the verb plus by phrase. In present simple, just is or am or are. In present progressive, two verbs. Is, am or are plus being. In perfect, have or has plus been, two verbs. Okay, it's over. Present tense is over. OAV first, last TFV plus BP. One verb in present simple, two verbs in present progressive, two verbs in present perfect. There is no passivization in present perfect progressive form. So past tense will say, although we have not completed past tense, see, you have already completed past tense. You have already completed past tense. The same rule we have to follow. First comes OAV, past simple. In present simple, OAV plus is or am or are plus TFV plus BP. In past simple, OAV is or am or are turns to. So was or were. Is, am, are, it turns to was or were. The same TFV plus BP comes last. In past progressive, OAV in past progressive. First comes OAV, in present progressive OAV. In present progressive, second comes is or am or are. Here was or were. So third comes being. The same word being is used in past progressive. In present perfect, in present progressive, last comes TFV plus BP. Last comes also TFV plus BP. In past perfect, OAV. In present perfect, OAV. In past perfect, OAV. So in present perfect, have or has. Next comes. So in past perfect, you see had is used. In present perfect, been is used, third. So the same word been is used in past perfect, and the last comes TFV plus BP. So in past perfect, TFV plus BP. Although we have already completed present tense, so you have already completed past tense also. How easily we can remember all this? See, first comes OAV. First comes OAV in past tense. Last comes so TFV plus BP. TFV plus BP. In all these three forms, perfect progressive form doesn't have a passive form. Passive. It is not passivized in present perfect progressive. So first comes OAV, last comes TFV plus BP. In past simple, just one verb. In past progressive, two verbs, was or were plus being. In past perfect, had plus been, two verbs. are used. So what do you see on the screen? What do you see on the screen? First comes OAV in every form. Last comes TFV plus BP in every form. In past simple or in present simple? In present simple and past simple, one verb is used. Is or am or are, was or were. In progressive form, what do you see? In the middle, two verbs are used. Is, am or are plus being, or was or were plus being. In perfect form, present perfect or past perfect. So two verbs have been used. So have or has plus been. Here had plus been. So see how easy to remember. The passive rules in present tense and past tense. As we have already seen, present tense and past tense to some extent they have similarities, but in future tense to some extent is different from the previous two. Okay, so now comes future simple form. Active voices Emma will make tea. Rule is OAV plus modal plus B plus TFV, third form of the verb, plus BP, that means by phrase, and the rest of the sentences, if any, in the active voice. Okay, so first comes OAV. OAV is T here, T, OAV. Modal. As there's the modal use of modal here, will is the modal here, Emma is the third person singular number, will is used. Okay, so modal is will here, and B will be used. Make is the first form of the verb. It's the third form is made. Then comes BP by Emma. Okay, see, passivize. What will be the passivize? OAV plus modal plus B plus TFV plus BP. First comes T. T is the OAV. Modal. As this is the third person singular number, will be used. Will be used. B will come down. The same word will be used. Make is the verb. Third form is made. So T will be made. By phrase by Emma. So active voice is Emma will make tea, and passive voice is T will be made by Emma. In future progressive form, it's not. There is no passive form. There is no passive form in future progressive. As future progressive form doesn't have any passive form, in future perfect, we have to see what happens. Active voice is Emma will have made tea. Emma will have made tea. So what must be the passive? Just we have to take to the rules. So first comes OAV plus modal. Modal is used in future tense. First comes OAV plus modal plus have, not has or had. Only have must be used, as you have already seen. In future tense only have is used. So OAV plus modal plus have plus been plus TFV plus BP. Third form of the verb plus by phrase. It's the rule. OAV plus modal plus have plus been plus TFV plus BP. So what must be the passive voice here? So first comes OAV. OAV is T. So first comes T. Then modal. So what's the modal here? Will is modal here. T is the third person singular number. So will be used. Will be used. So T will. Then comes have. Have is used. Then been is used. Then TFV, third form of the verb. So make is the verb. Third form is made. Made is used. Next comes by phrase. By Emma. This is passive voice. Active is Emma will have made tea. Passive is tea will have been made by Emma. Okay. Now we'll see another cream of the lesson, how easily we can remember the passive rules of future tense. We have already seen how easily we can remember present tense and past tense easily. So now it's the turn of future tense. Future simple is passivized. Future perfect is passivized. Not future progressive form, not future perfect progressive form. So see what's the similarities here. So in future simple, first comes OAV plus modal plus B plus TFV plus BP. In future perfect, so what? OAV plus modal plus have plus been plus TFV plus BP. See, so first OAV plus modal in future simple, OAV plus modal. I have already told you, just in 1 minute you can remember all these rules. See how easily we can remember. So OAV plus modal, first we use OAV plus modal in future simple. In future perfect, OAV plus modal first comes. Okay, so last comes TFV plus BP, TFV plus PP. In future simple, just one verb is used, as in the present tense is, am, or are. In past simple, was or were. The same thing, the same one verb is used in future simple. This is be. Okay. Future perfect. OV plus modal, first, last. TFV plus BP in the middle. Just two verbs. You have already seen in present perfect. Present perfect. Have or has plus been. In past perfect, had plus been. The same thing. In future perfect, just two verbs. Have plus been. Have plus been. These two verbs are used in the middle. So what do you learn? What do you learn? First comes OV plus modal in both the forms. Last comes TFV plus BP in both the forms. So in simple, only one verb, be. In perfect, two verbs, have plus been. Okay. It's already over. I think you can remember all these rules easily. Let's take some of the examples. Number 1, present simple. He writes stories. This is active voice. Passive voice is stories are written by him. Stories OV is or am or are written TFV plus BP by him. Number 2, present progressive form. My mother is cooking food. Active voice. Passive voice is food is being cooked by mother. OV food is am or are plus being plus TFV cooked by mother by phrase. Number 3, present perfect form. I've typed a poem. Active voice. Passive voice is a poem has been typed by me. OV a poem, have or has plus been plus TFV typed by me by phrase. Number 4, past simple. We built a house. This is active voice. Passive voice is a house was built by us. A house OV was or were built. Third form of the verb and by us by phrase. Number 5, past progressive form. You are singing a song. Active voice, passive. A song was being sung by you. A song OV was or were being plus TFV. Sing is the first form of the verb, TFV. Third form of the verb is song, SUNG, by you. Number 6, this is past perfect. They had played music. Active voice, passive. Music had been played by them. Music OV had been TFV. Third form of the verb, played and by phrase by them. Number 7, he will break the wall. Active voice. This is future simple. Active voice. Passive voice, that the wall will be broken by him. The wall OV modal be TFV broken. Break is the first form of the verb. Broken TFV. Third form of the verb by phrase by him. Number 8, future perfect. We shall have done it. Active voice. Passive, it will have been done by us. It OV and will is used here as it is a third person singular number. Will is used with it, not shall. Shall has been used with first person plural number, so it's better will is used with it. So it OV will modal have been TFV. Third form of the verb done. Do is the first form of the verb and done TFV by us by phrase. So now all these rules are over. I think you have already understood that. So thank you all for clicking this video and waiting for your comments. Bye bye.